Hey, what's up guys? It's Jake aka Tag, and today we're back in again with one of the easiest decks to play in Clash Royale, Goblin Giant Sparky Heal Spirit Mini Pekka. This Sparky deck is one of the most hated decks in Clash Royale because the Goblin Giant eliminates all of the distractions. The Mini Pekka stops your opponent from going in for Electro Wizards or Knights to body block or reset the Sparky. The Heal Spirit allows your Sparky to survive for that one last hit to finish off towers, and then the Rage allows your units to separate really quickly so your opponent can't use spells on top of your Goblin Giant plus minions and Sparky, and it allows your Sparky to get so many more hits than your opponent would ever expect. If I could ban two decks from Clash Royale, it would undoubtedly be Expo Rocket Cycle and Sparky Heal Spirit. I can't play against Sparky Heal Spirit for the life of me. I lose way too many games against it. And now we gotta go jump straight into some games with the Rage Sparky and make a whole bunch of people rage quit. And a huge shout out to all of you guys that are using creator code SirTag in any Supercell game. Creator code SirTag has allowed me to upgrade my camera, my microphone, my editing, my iPad, and so much more. All money made goes directly back into improving the channel, so thank you guys for supporting me and helping me grow the channel. So this guy's gonna go for a skill barrel. We definitely wanna go in for a zap so we can shut that down and not take any damage on our tower or on our musketeer. What is this guy gonna have? We see spear goblins, we see skill barrel, we see barb barrel. Ooh, it's probably gonna be a really fast either like Mega Knight cycle deck or minor control deck. So I need to go for minions to eliminate the spear goblins. And I'm looking at this matchup and I'm like, I kind of want to wait until double elixir and make a massive push, because that's where we're going to be able to get massive Sparky plays. Unfortunately, I think that this guy is not going to let me do that. He wants to just go in for really aggressive plays every single day of the week. Our tennis ball wasn't able to hit all of the skeletons like we wanted, and he's showing the poison now. So Goblin, you are up quite a bit. My tower is in shambles. Can we find a way to come back? Your poison was a huge overcommitment though, so I think that I can go in for a Goblin Giant and kite units to the opposite lane if you spam me. Or I could go in for minions if you decide to go in for an air card in the right-hand side for whatever reason. Like, sometimes people on ladder, they've got Skeleton Barrel and they've got Balloon. But yeah, he's going to force out a zap here. He does drop 5 elixir, and we only have to drop 2, so that is a lucrative endeavor for me. Then I can follow up with a tennis ball to eliminate the bats, keep the Sparky alive a little bit longer, but since he's got Knight and the bats, I think he's going to be able to kill the Sparky here. So that was really well played on his end. When we have enough elixir for the minions, that will be a better interaction for me. So the minions will be able to kill the bats, and then we'll be able to break through in double elixir. That's why we kind of wait until double for the most part with this deck. And in single, it's hard to break through when your opponent's got a lot of swarm cards, because you're not able to afford counters to everything if they apply opposite lane aggression like this guy did. Very good player so far. But you know what? Sparky allows you to come back even in the most dire circumstances.
You can count on me.
You can always finagle a W. So I'm going to go for our Sparky now. We can go in for our Goblin Giant, and double elixir is hitting. This is what I was talking about before. This is what we want to have happen. So we're able to go in for our Goblin Giant here. He actually doesn't have bats anymore, so he's going to be forced to go in for a Knight and then maybe Spear Goblin. So it's going to be a little bit different for him, actually. So I'm going to go in for either a Rage, Tennis Ball, and then I think we're going to go in for the zap on the bats. Wait, the Sparky connected to the tower. The Mini Pekka is still alive, and the Sparky might get another hit. Let's go, baby! With 32 seconds remaining, all we have to do is defend the virginity. We're going to go in for a minor counter with the Mini Pekka. Going for minions here. 24 seconds remaining. Can we hold the door, guys? I'm a believer. But I'm not just a believer. I'm an aggressive sir. We're going to go in for a Musketeer Mini Pekka. And I think I can go in for a zap just to make sure that we can shut down the skeletons. He's going to have to go in for a miner in front of the tower. So we're going to go in for a Mini Pekka right on top. And the reason why he had to go in front of the tower was because the miner needs to get as much damage as possible. And you place it back, the longer it travels and the less hits he's going to get. So we win the game, we walk away with the W, and we assert dominance when we were down and out in single elixir. But in double elixir, guys, the huge Goblin Giant Sparky pushes with Mini Pekka and Heal Spirit and Rage, they just can't be stopped. It's broken. We're going to sauce out a good luck here. We're going to see what's up. Hopefully we can assert dominance against the creator of the Art of War. I'm a little bit scared. This guy is world renowned for his strategic endeavors. So I want to go for maybe like minions here potentially. Oh no, he's going to go in for Mega Knight. I can't spend too much elixir. Oh wait. All right, I guess he's not going to do anything. He's just going to go for a miner. Wow, this is really good for us. I thought he would Mega Knight me. Oh, I'm going to eat that like a snack. So the way I want to play this, I don't want to overcommit on defense when I know that I'm going to take damage. I know that the minions can evaporate the Inferno Dragon, put me in a lucrative situation where I can counter push with the Sparky. But overall, it's better for us to not overcommit on defense, guys. Sparky's going to be able to shut down all of the skeletons. I think he's probably going to go in for a Mega Knight, or he's going to drop a whole bunch of bait cards. I don't have Goblin Giant, so the Sparky isn't going to give us too much value, but I can still go for a Tennis Ball here. So it's going to be more difficult for him to deal with the Sparky now. Is he going to go for a Mega Knight? Yes, he is. That's what we like to see. So at this point, I know that the minions are going to give us a lot of value. So what do I want to do? I want to go in for a mini Pekka. What are you doing? You can definitely do a lot of damage with the wall breakers, but you're going to lose your tower now. You can't make that play. You're so greedy. You have a miner, you've got an Inferno Dragon, but there is no chance that you defend this at all. I love when people overcommit against Sparky because they get punished so dang hard. That means that I can either go in for a Musketeer or I can go in for a Sparky, and we can just make him have a really miserable time, guys. I'm going to go for a Sparky in the back. If he decides to go for wall breakers, we'll just ignore it again because that's how true Sparky players play with Rage. You make big pushes, you don't care about what your opponent does, and you assert the dominance to the highest degree. So I'm going to go in for another Sparky here, and actually I'm going to zap that. I recant my statement. For 2 elixir to keep my entire tower alive, it just seems like a no-brainer. I'm going to go in for a Goblin Giant here, and I hope that we can kill the Inferno Dragon and keep the Musketeer healthy. You know what? The Inferno Dragon's going to like get out of the distance from the Goblin Giant, right? And we're going to be able to get some damage. I can go for minions here to be able to kill his bats, and he's just going to go and continue to spam me. Means I can go in for a mini Pekka on top of the Mega Knight, and with the Sparky, it's not going to get any value or any damage, really. 66 HP means that the tower is forfeit, so I'm not going to spend any extra elixir for no reason. I'm going to go for a Goblin Giant. I'm going to go for minions. I'm going to rage everything up with our Tennis Ball, and he's going to be raging real soon. So here we go. Going to get that to work out. We can zap on top of his Inferno Dragon to reset it, keep our raged up minions alive and tanked for, and his Mega Knight falls very quickly. So at this point, guys, what we do is we just go in for defense with our Musketeer. And he's going to continue to spam us, so I just want to go in for a really aggressive play with minions, go in for Tennis Ball, Musketeer, go in for a raged up minions push, and that will secure the bag. GG, well played, and peace out, brother. Pleasure playing against you. You overcommitted in the face of adversity. You tried to drop everything in the pocket and just rush me like a crazy person, but it's not going to work. The art of war has failed you, sir, and my disappointment is immeasurable. GG and well played. We'll move on to the next one, and we'll see how far we can push up. 5,025 in the world. That's what we like to see, baby. And this deck is just so brainless and so easy that I just have fun playing it no matter what. Even when I make misplays, it's very easy to recover from it and bounce on to the next game and not even care. We're going to sauce out a good luck here. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's happening. This guy is going to sauce out a good luck too. Cordial, sir. We're going to give you some love for that, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So I can go for minions in the back since he cycled a zap. Just the cheapest card to cycle. And we'll see what he does. So you're going to go for a miner. We can go for mini Pekka. Oh, you're dropping it in the back. What the heck? That was strictly prohibited in so many metas. But right now, I guess when you see minions, you just don't expect your opponent to have a tornado. So that's probably why. He cycled skeletons. What is he going to drop for them? Oh, you're a tornado to the King Tower. Well, unfortunately for you, we've got Sparky. So we don't care about that. We'll take the mini Pekka hit for that. That's actually a good transition for me because I can go in for a Goblin Giant to go and kite the Valkyrie. And just ignore the balloon, not get 3 crowned, and then make a really big push on him. So the great thing about Sparky, guys, is you don't really care what happens from that perspective. You can go in for minions to shut down any of the bait cards that he drops on top of you, like skeletons. I can go for a Tennis Ball now to keep the Sparky alive. And that's going to be tower. So it's really fun doing tower trades with Sparky because the game is just so dynamic, man. You never know what's going to happen with Sparky, but you know you're probably going to win. And that's all that matters, right? So we can go for a Sparky in the back, and we can make that go on the right-hand side if he goes in for a Valkyrie. But the great thing about Sparky is you can cycle in the back, and then if they apply opposite lane aggression with any like bridge spam that isn't an air card, you know what happens, right? They just go right into your Goblin Giant. It gets pulled into the Sparky, and it can't leave you. They have to go into you. He's going to do it again. Okay, so we just pulled the Valkyrie part 2. This time, the Sparky is going to allow us to have both of the towers focus on the balloon. We can go for a mini Pekka. We can ignore the Ice Wizard. We can probably 3-crown him, actually. So this will be fun. I'm going to go for mini Pekka here. I'm going to go for minions. I can rage it all up. And I don't actually see any way of him defending this. I don't think it's possible. So the mini pekka, the Sparky, the minions, and all the spam are coming down and asserting the dominance, and that's already a good game. GG, well played, and peace out, buddy. It's a pleasure playing against you, and it was really cute that you thought that you could 3-crown with a balloon Valkyrie push, but that's just not going to work, man. It's never going to work. I hope that Clash Royale finds a way to just, like, change this deck, delete it, or just, I don't know, restrict the possibility of people running Heal Spirit, Rage, Goblin Giant, Sparky. It's so brainless. You don't have to defend. All you have to do is make one accumulative push, and your opponent probably won't be able to stop it if they don't have enough elixir. Or if they don't have Royal Delivery, Goblin Cage, Dark Prince. That's really the only combination that I would actually be scared of. Hey, we got a game here. We're going to sauce out it. Good luck. We're going to see what's up. Definitely want to go for a zap. And this man is going to go in for a skeleton. So if he goes and spams us, we go in for a Sparky. We go in for the mini pekka. We assert the dominance. I think because he's got a fast cycle deck, it's going to be beneficial for me to wait. Usually I don't wait. I don't sit around. But this man is probably not going to have Golem. So if he doesn't have Golem and he doesn't have Graveyard, it's going to be beneficial for me to wait until double elixir and collect our free matchup advantage. He went in for a miner. He also went in for an ice golem. So this is making me think that it's going to be balloon. I want the mini pekka to get one hit on the ice golem. So if he goes in for a balloon, he's not going to have a tag. Oopsie. Let's go. He does it. Why would you do that to yourself? Oh, because you have arrows. Okay, that makes sense now. You're going to be able to get a hit on our tower, but you did overextend. So you know what happens?
We punish him.
We go in for a Goblin Giant. We go in for a Heal Spirit Tennis Ball, and we assert the dominance. I want him to drop Skeletons or Barb Drill here, so I'm going to wait. And I'm going to go in for the Tennis Ball, and we're going to be able to kill the Skeleton. It's going to reset onto the Ice Golem, then it goes onto the Sparky, or the Sparky goes onto the tower, or it goes onto the Musketeer. It goes onto the tower instead, which is infinitely better for us. And it kills the Miner because it's raged up. Let's go, man. Do I want a mini pekka here so then we also force out more elixir? The great thing about this is even if we bait out Skeletons with a mini pekka, guess what? Or an Ice Golem. It's going to be something that he doesn't have to distract the Sparky anymore, so it's quite miserable for him. We're definitely going to get arrows. It's okay. We still get enough damage to the point that that doesn't 3-crown us. And you know what? I'm just going to slow roll a Sparky in the back. I will let you take my tower. I don't care. So we're going to slow roll our Sparky, and he can't apply aggression because he just went in for a balloon. So as a result, this is going to be a really big push. If I don't make a lucrative push here or make anything substantial damage, then I might go and slow roll a Sparky on the left-hand side so then I can go for Musketeers and augment my pushes and start to 3-crown him. That might be the best bet for us moving forward. We'll have to wait and see what happens, though. So he'll probably go in for Skeletons. We'll see. We'll go in for a Tennis Ball here, and then we'll go in for a mini pekka. He's going to go in for a Miner. We're going to be able to kill that, and I think we can rage everything up. Okay, I'm not going to. He's just going to go and slow roll a Musketeer in the lane that he's probably going to go in for a balloon in. We'll see. Okay, he's going to go Musketeer on the left. Let's go. So he might balloon on the right now. I don't know. What is this guy? Yeah, balloon on the right for sure. So I need to go in for a Goblin Giant. He's probably going to go for arrows, unfortunately. I go in for minions on top of the Muskie. We'll try to rage up the defense of our towers. Raging up the towers so we can shut down the balloon is the ultimate meme. If you've never seen it before, then you know now. So we're going to go for mini pekka. We're going to go for Tennis Ball because he's probably going to go for a Skeleton Surround, and then we'll go in for a Goblin Giant. So we're trying to 3-crown him, I think. That would be our best play. If I go for a zap to reset, that would be ideal. So then the towers are going to be targeting that instead. Okay, the Sparky definitely going to die. Can you go for minions on top of the Musketeer?
Fine. I'll do it myself.
And he can't go in for a balloon just yet, right? Wait, can we just 3-crown with this? Can the zap plus the Spear Goblins take it? Yeah, I guess so. I really didn't think that the Goblin Giant was going to do that much damage. He's a big, hefty boy. Shrek was looking out for that tower, and he devoured it. That was a surprise birthday party on the tower, and I don't think anyone was seeing that happening. But we'll take the 3 crowns, and we'll move on to the next one. We're going to go for a Tennis Ball here. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's happening. And this guy probably won't be able to stop our Sparky push, so I'm ready. My body is prepared. Generally want Heal Spirit with it, so I don't want to start my Sparky just yet unless he cycles something in the back. I don't have Musketeer, so this hand is kind of bad. Okay, really good for us that he cycles Giant in the back. He was getting impatient. The great thing about ladder players is they're spontaneously aggressive for no reason whatsoever. Oh, he's got Sparky as well. Let's go. Let's get fired up. I'll show you guys how to assert dominance in this matchup. It's spectacular. It's amazing. So I can just zap. Go in for Goblin Giant here. And then go in for our mini pekka. I love this game so much. If your opponent has a tank in front of their Sparky, you're going to be able to shoot the tank, and it also damages the Sparky at the same time. And then the game just is over sometimes. So, you know, I'll just take the win. We'll move on to the next game. And I'm not even sorry. GG, brother. Unless he tries to come back. I mean, Sparky mirror matchups are generally very dynamic, and there is a lot of potential for comeback. The tides can shift in seconds if you make a miss-up, or just sometimes just let your Sparky die or don't zap at the appropriate time. It can falter really quickly. So I'm going to leak Elixir and Sparky in the same lane as him, just so I don't have that issue where I could potentially tower trade. I just want to go in the same lane, have him cycle stuff in front of his Sparky, be the last person to zap, but also zap at the appropriate time, then rage. So this will be fun. Oh, is he actually going to make me do this? All right, fine. You're going to play really well. I'm going to just wait and see what happens. I'm going to eat the damage from the giant, and I'm not going to overspend because we still have a minute left, and I'm just going to let this Sparky's trade there. If I had Tennis Ball to drop in front, I think it would have been ideal. So he's not going to be back to Sparky immediately, and he's not back to Scar me. So we can go for minions with the Goblin Giant, and we can force out a lot of Elixir so then he can't go and slow roll a Sparky push. I think that's the big thing. If we stop his potential of going for Sparky, then he's not able to make meaningful pushes that will ever be able to take our tower. So he's going to go for the Sparky now, but we can zap it. And, okay, that was actually a really bad play. I thought that we were going to be able to get a hit on the Sparky, but that was extremely overly optimistic. So now I have to actually defend. With 30 seconds remaining, can we hold the door? Hold the door! Hold the door! This is actually going to become a little bit more dicey. I'm not going to lie, guys. However, because we've got mini Pekka for the Dark Prince, and the Dark Prince isn't going to be able to hit us, I think we're okay. He's going to zap. Sparky's going to trade blows. Doesn't matter. The Mega Minion's not going to go to head, and the Sparky doesn't get a hit. So I can just go and zap the Scar me afterward, go in for a Goblin Giant in the pocket, go in for a Tennis Ball, and walk away with a very clean W. GG, well played, and peace out, buddy. It was a pleasure playing against you and asserting dominance. This win streak is absolutely unstoppable. I don't think that we're going to lose anytime soon. And apparently we're the Sparky master, even though I haven't played Sparky in like a month. This deck is just absolutely brain dead, requires no skill. And you just keep pushing up trophies with absolutely no thought process. 4,077 in the world, and we are keeping up the climb.